Hello everyone, today I'm going to review one-dan player's game. My student is white. Both players chose double star points, and this is a double approach joseki. This is an old joseki, do you remember? In this case, a long time ago, before AI, we used to play like this. This is an old joseki, right? But these days, this knight move is very popular. This is more popular than this attachment, I think. If I place this knight move, then after this, black can extend. If black doesn't exchange this, later white might be able to play here. This move is more valuable than we can imagine. So if you were black, don't forget to push here. After this, black can extend, then white can tenuki. We can say this is a joseki. But the actual game, my student played this attachment. When black played hane, my student exchanged this. With this move, white can play this tiger, and this is a new joseki. This means that the left side and the lower side are miai. This is joseki. White doesn't need to answer the corner. Even if white plays here, later there is this saji, so it's annoying. So white can play on the lower side. This group is not easily under attack. So in this case, after this, one space jump is very good. If black plays on the lower side, then this pencil is very powerful, right? But my student exchanged this and blocked. This is okay. Black enclosed the lower right corner and white played approach. After Atari, black answered like this, but this is a bit awkward. Of course, this is normal because later white can invade directly, right? But this is the actual game. AI recommends this exchange. Looks like this is good for white because black's shape is not that beautiful. This is an empty triangle. And later looks like white can peep here, then this whole group might not be alive, right? So if white plays away, then this move playing on the second line is not good. White played away, this is normal. This is a joseki, and black invaded on the left side, and so far so good. Now my student played this diagonal. Probably she didn't play this push because looks like these two stones are in danger. But even if white cannot save these two stones, this is the right move locally. We don't play this diagonal because it can be a bit slack, less impact, right? So in this case, white could have played like this. If black cuts, then we have this move. Actually, this is a very good move. If black tries to cut, then black has weakness outside, so white can save this one stone. Then surprisingly, white can capture these two stones. Even if white doesn't have this kind of great move, we can push and think about this cut. Black should play Atari and push either way, then white can sacrifice these two stones. If black pushes from here, then white can block. Do you remember in the previous video I introduced you this tactic? This is similar. For black, this shape is very powerful, so even if black cannot save these two, black can sacrifice these two and gain something from outside, okay? In the actual game, white could have played like this. If black cuts, then there is this move. If black extends, then this is center, so white can push and block. If white can save this group, then you see black has two weak groups, 1, 2, so white can take the initiative of this game. This is the actual game. Since these two stones has no power, so it's a bit disappointing for white. Both players played jump and black tries to settle inside. Now when black plays this attach, my student played this empty triangle and answered with one more stone, but it was a huge mistake. Now black tries to settle, so for white can let black live inside, right? Black can exchange this and live like this, then white can tenuki. This is good, and this jump is also good, and white can cover the center. There are so many nice places. In my opinion, my student probably didn't want black to settle easily, so looks like she tried to keep attacking, but it's impossible. We can compare this shape and the previous one. For white, the outside is not that different, right? But white invested one move here. In other words, here white lost one move. Okay, after this, white could have played away here or here. This is the actual game. Both players played on the upper left corner, but if we take a look at the entire board, the upper left corner is not that big. Because white is alive, black is perfect, so this is just an end game. So white can play away, white can play elsewhere. Of course, with this move, black could have played away. After this, white played this pip. Now we can see that my students' hunting instinct, black answered and white cuts here. This is not that big. I know that my student is aiming at this group, but this is alive. With this move, of course, this approach is big and this jump is also good. Yeah, white can play the center. Later, I think white can attack this group. If white cuts this part, then black cannot live inside. So white can aim at this group, not the upper one. Anyway, this is the actual game, and this is too much. This is the move that we can play when we have this. One more. Maybe in this situation, white can play here, but now we don't have all these, right? This is where today's title comes from. Does it make sense? White can jump. This is normal, I think. Or white can play away. This is the actual game. This move was a bit slack and white invested 2 more stones over here. So now black started leading. Of course, white should run. White should take care of this group, but my student played this way. But it was a bit dangerous. This is the actual game. After this connection, this was so nice. This is so powerful. So actually, black could have captured this group. So for white, with this move, white should have played here to prevent this cut, and white could have run like this. So this is the actual game. After this cut, black suddenly chickened out like this. With this move, black could have blocked like this. Even if white tries to cut outside, there is no problem. If white pushes, then black can play hane. Then these two groups, black is okay. But black changed his direction, so white is so happy. But it was a bit dangerous too, because black could have blocked like this. Then white cannot capture this one stone, so this group would have been in danger. So for white, this would have been the right move, but black didn't think about this, so it was okay. Now black played this move, but there was a very good tactic. This is sente, right? So after this, black could have cut from this side. This is the right direction. White cannot block from this side. A and B are miai. So if white blocks from this side, then black can cut. Then black can capture these two stones. White cannot save the lower group. As you see, there is only one eye, but finding this move is not easy. Even if black cannot see this move, black didn't have to answer. Black could have played away. If white tries to save these two stones, then black can exchange all this. Then locally this is alive, but black answered. So the situation has completely changed. White started leading. Let's take a look who is leading. White has 10 points, 20 and 30. This is Komi, right? 5 and 10. White has 30 points and potential. Black has 15 and the lower side. But now white got sente, so white can punish this weakness. Yeah, white has this cut, so white can gain something on the lower side. And as you see, if white plays here first, then white can make a large territory on the upper side. This is more than 25 points, right? This is the previous board position. At this moment, as you see, this group is weak, but the actual game, white managed to connect and got sente and got a very nice outside. This is the actual game. White is leading by 2 or 3 points. Now black's turn. Where would you play? You might be wondering where we can push through. This is the situation that you can push through. Because if you connect, then white can connect. So the upper side is very likely to be white's territory. So in this case, if you push through and you can save the both side, then you can break the upper side. So the value of this move is bigger than usual. I mean, usually in the beginning, if you push through, then there is a big fight, right? So in terms of territory, we cannot say this is so big. But in this case, the upper side, the shape is determined like this. White has a very thick ore, so this area, if white plays a few more moves, then white can make the upper side as white's territory. So in this case, you can push through. This is the actual game. This variation is good for white. White is very happy. In this case, looks like for black player, the upper side, he probably thought like the upper side is so big, so he tries to peep and break the upper side, but it was overplay. With this move, locally this cut is always good. You should remember this sequence. If white plays Atari from the upper side, then this is okay for black. If white tries to capture these 3 stones, then black can play Hane and play one more time. Then black can sacrifice the upper side. Yeah, this is a very high level tactic, but you can play. You can make this for your move, okay? So, I mean, this is not good for white, so white should think about this move. Then this is sente, so black can live on the upper side. Of course, this group is weak, so it can be attacked, but black can handle. Black managed to break the upper side. If white pushes, then this exchange is already good for black. What if white plays Atari from this side? Then after push, black can just sacrifice these 4 stones. This is sente. Black can tenuki. As I told you, this ore is very strong, so black cannot fight over here. If black fights over here, dangerous. So in this case, it is better for black to let white has the upper side. With this move and this move, black is already happy. And the upper side is not that big. So locally, this cut is a very good tactic to reduce the upper side. This is the actual game. My student played very well. This shape is very powerful, so she managed to capture the upper side, this 1 stone. But this is unnecessary, because locally this group is alive, because even if black tries to reduce the space, white can make 1 eye here, right? But she answered. This is the actual game. With this move, white could have played like this. White can cut. Then black has 1, 2, almost 3 weak groups. This is not alive. So if white cuts here, black would have been in a big trouble. White can exchange this first. Then this is the only sequence. Then white can just go out from this side. I think this is locally alive. Actually, this is sente, so white can make 1 eye here, but even if white cannot make 1 eye, white has this move. White can make 1 eye, then black cannot take white's the other eye, so this is alive. So if the sequence goes like this, then black cannot save these 1, 2, 3 groups, so one of them would have been captured. This is the actual game. White answered, but it is not necessary as well. In this case, white can split here. This is very powerful. Black cannot block, so white can push through the lower side. Then white's territory is a lot, as you see. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, almost 50. But black has only, this is gomi, 10 total for these 3 groups. And Yeah, black cannot make 50 points. Black played attach. It seems like black thought he is behind, so it looks like he tried to do something, but with this move, black could have played like this, then the gap is not that big, around 5 points, so it is okay for black. But black played over move here, so actually this is dead. Black cannot save this group. So my student could have won this game, of course, but something happened in the end. Yeah, this is okay. So far so good. Yeah, this is too much. Actually already white captured this group, so good enough. So with this move, white can just connect here. This is safe. White can extend. I can play this tiger, but it was a bit much. And now my student forgot this weakness. Yeah, this is a disaster. White could have come out here, then as you see, white can capture this too. Yeah, no problem. A and B are MI. But my student forgot about this weakness, and then yeah, now still it was okay, but she answered and this is dead. Oh my god. Overall, my student played so well, but there were several unnecessary moves like this. With this move, white could have played like this. This is a very powerful cut. White can play like this because white has a very strong background. And locally, we have learned about this hangma. This is the only hangma in this shape. And sometimes this could be very big in terms of territory, and we have studied this cut. Alright, how was today's lesson? I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!